Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Bros Park. Today, we have another installment of Weekly Recap, specifically Ugly Mug Epic Fighter. As
Busamen.
always, I will be one of your hosts, Colin. I am always joined by...
Yours truly, Jeff. How's everybody doing? And yo, let's just get into it. Starting off from last episode, we see Seika's transformation into the angel, and we actually kind of get a glimpse into what her notes is because of this transformation. What is it like? I want to be there to like heal my friends who are in deep pain and whatnot.
Yeah,
Maybe my translation was a little weird. It was a weirdly worded note.
Yeah, she just wants to be Orihime. She just wants to heal her friends that are in deep pain, and she wants to, I think, replace or recover the parts of them that are missing, which I assume are like the scars on their hearts or this or that. But, you know, spoiler alert for this episode, it was legitimately the physical recovery of the arm that was cut off of Rhea.
Yeah, pretty freaking OP. Well, I think it also ties into like how she was in the real world, where she said she lost her eye, and I'm pretty sure she's that girl in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think like she couldn't use her legs either, right? It also shows her legs like breaking too. I was like, oh damn. So
Yeah.
it's like kind of cute.
Yeah, and it just makes me think though, because like, yes, she obviously, Rhea still wants to kill her for being pretty, because she also put that in her notes, because you know those two are on the same level of power, obviously. And she still just obviously recovers the whole arm of Rhea, and then tells us about those notes, and I'm like, you can put fucking anything in those notes, it seems. Like what's the downside? I guess we'll find that out, but like,
well, yeah, we didn't even think about we didn't even mention that there's a cost to this power, right?
yeah, like these are good
There's no
things.
cost apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, but Shigeru put in bad things and he got more skill points, so maybe it just means that they're weaker, like skill point wise, but like it doesn't seem like they are.
Yeah, maybe we'll learn about the cost of her abilities, but nothing yet. So yeah, so freaking a cool thing about Rhea that she kind of circumvented her special notes. She's like, when she got healed, she's like you're ugly, like you're an ugly person anyways, like boost. I'm like, hey, wait a second, because she thinks that this girl is ugly now, her notes don't apply, right?
Yeah, I think she's trying her best to push Seika away, because Seika's like, you know, obviously so nice to Rhea. At least in my translation, it was like, you're ugly, you're an ugly crier. I was like, holy shit, what the
Ouch,
fuck,
man.
So
Yeah, so she fucking books it out of there, and then Rizu like follows her, and there's Shigeru comforting her. I like how when she untransforms, Shigeru like catches her with his cape. It was like a goddamn knight.
Yep, she falls and she basically passes out, for lack of a better way, from the use of the powers, and then we kind of track Rhea down with Shigeru and Rize, and we find her kind of at a tree, and she's kind of carved some stuff into the tree itself. We don't really know at this point, but she's holding up the sword, and I thought that, you know, she had all this talk about her special knights making her insane and causing her sanity to draw, so I thought she was going to take her own life, but then she came out with a permanent circumvention, which she then told Shigeru she was going to cut her own eyeballs, like make her blind.
Eyes. Like, hey, that actually works, right?
Yeah, how would you know? How would you ever know?
And plus, like, she's already like, I think probably like a cost, a boost of her, her notes to like kill all the pretty girls is that she's just insanely strong, right? That's what I would like to assume.
Yeah, gouge her guts out and kill them.
Yeah, so Shiru comes in, knocks an sword out, and then he offers her like a way of dealing with her notes in a goddamn salesman fashion too. Like he's like, hey, I have this almighty skill. It's like the one of the strongest skills in like the dark tree.
Yeah, the
Well,
highest level of shadow skill or something.
yeah, yeah. Like it'll take away one of your senses, but it'll make you stronger. So I'm like, holy shit, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I think like the skill had a cool name. It was like return to hell for your 5 fingers or something, and it was like it can take away one of your 5 senses, whatever you choose, and it only can be taken off of the affected person by the same rank of like a light skill or something, like to counteract
Yeah.
it. So he offers it up, and he's got like the one hand of like the devil, the shadow skill, and then the other hand is the light skill. And Rhea's even like, you sound like a phony salesman. You sound like you sell really expensive copier machines. And he's like, how the fuck did she know that?
Dude, he's like, god damn it. This is actually really smart because, like, you know, imagine if like you're in the middle of battle, like, you know what? Take away my smell, and then you're just super OP. Imagine if he used it on himself.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, take away
can al-
touch. Like, you're
Yeah,
doing great.
I can only imagine what it would be like.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it has more. I know where you're coming from, but it seems like it has more applications if you use it against your enemy. Like, why
That's
did
true.
your mind go to using it on yourself, you weirdo?
Dude, I'm just imagine. I'm just imagining like, hey, like if I'm fighting someone and I'm losing, boom, lose my smell, instantly overpower them, easy, right?
Okay, sure. Did in my translation it never said that he got stronger. It just says that he loses 1 sense.
Well, like from my translation, it said like you lose 1 sense, but then like in return, you get stronger.
Oh, okay, that makes so much more
yeah,
sense.
it's both. Yeah, it's both a like a nerf and a buff, right?
Oh, I was like, why the fuck are you just wanting to, like, are you fighting a stinky opponent and you need to fight? I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Just putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's why I was like, just blind your opponent and I think he'll probably be better.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but ultimately Rhea accepts, and you know, we see what's on the tree, saying like, you know, thank you so much for healing like what's inside of me and whatnot, and she goes on her own way as it's kind of like a blind warrior now.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
she's like, thank you for healing the scars on my heart, which very cute, very nice, very lovely. And
You know, to be crazy.
yeah,
I was
what's
just
up?
thinking like, you know, this is my conspiracy theory. Like
Okay.
they're I would like to assume the big bad is like a chick, right? Is a girl.
Yeah, the one on the
And then-
train. It's definitely
yeah,
the
and-
one on the train.
Yeah, and then they're all struggling, right? Even Shigeru, because she's got some crazy power.
Okay.
And then Rhea comes in, and then Shigeru like heals her eyes.
Yeah, and she's pretty,
And
so
then-
she tries to
And
catch
she's
her.
pretty, so she actually goes berserk on the villain. That'd be crazy.
There's no way that's the last we see of Rhea. Like, there's no way. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where she comes later, because she was invited to join the crew and she's like, no, I gotta walk my own path and all that stuff, and then leaves. So with all that, the first Rhea arc, I guess, if you want to call it, is kind of done. We kind of move on from there, and we have Shigeru kind of talking to Seika about the real world and how people will take advantage of her powers if she like uses it for everybody. And
Yeah.
you know, that's why thieves go after valuable treasures, and she's a valuable treasure now because she's pretty and she's very useful with this ability.
Mhm.
And she's like, oh, thank you so much. This is where people shake hands, right?
Yeah.
And Shigeru looks down at his ungloved hand and he's like,
sweating.
fuck. So he shakes her hand, and you just see like all the shadow damage power coming out of Shigeru. And he's
Yeah,
like,
I wonder if it's like because it's just one touch. Is he only losing 10%, or is it like, you know, continuously draining him?
I would have to assume it's just the one touch, unless it's the continuous draining, which would suck even more. But
Yeah.
I do love that he's just like, wow, I can't feel the warmth of her hand through the immense amount of pain.
Yeah. It's like this sucks so bad.
Yeah.
And it cuts back to the cave where, you know, him and Rizu are like, you know, decompressing the whole situation.
Mhm.
And he wants to know like Rizu was like, I'm kind of flabbergasted. I didn't realize there would be a transformation even from reading the notes. So I think it's kind of like a hidden ability. So like the notes interpreted her like her thoughts into like, you know, action where she transforms, right?
Yeah, she never said like I want to transform into an angel. The direct one on my notes was that when my friends are in need, I want to become an angel to heal the parts of them that are missing or something. So like it doesn't
Yeah,
say
so maybe
physically.
maybe you took it maybe you took it literally what she wrote. And then like when Shigeru asked about Seiji about his transformation, she's like,
Yeah, because she said something like oh, Seika's notes didn't specify anything about transformation. Shigeru was like, Seika's, so Seiji's does? And she's like, it's so fucking detailed and specific. And he's like, okay, can you tell me exactly word for word what is on there, because I need to find out his weakness, not to try to kill him or anything, but we'll get to the plan that he has for Seiji in a second, but just to help him out. And Rize is like, I will try to write this all down for you, pray for me.
Dude, I can imagine because they had like 15 minutes to like, you know, write down everything like when they were starting the whole character development for their characters. Dude, he must have wrote essays in those 15 minutes in the notes.
Yeah, because he didn't do anything else seemingly. He just fucking wrote that. He just wants to be a hero of justice.
Yeah. So then freaking Shigeru's plan for Seiji and Seika is that like, because of that mercenary from like episode 2 or something.
You mean shady guy is shady?
Shady guy is shady, yeah, with the cowboy hat, pirate hat.
Yeah.
He mentioned that his peers turned into like kings and royalty and whatnot. So then he's like, wait a second, that means like we could be kings. And like, you know, for him, the best candidate is Seiji because he used to be CEO and he's still like a good guy even after like living in the shitty world.
Yeah, he's got that kind of leadership mentality, and he even says that with a country led by Seiji, people like Seika in the real world would never have to suffer, which is
True.
Which is great,
Yeah.
which is nice. So the whole new plan is to make Seiji king.
Yeah, and then he'll be the almighty god. He'll be the muscle. He'll be the muscle.
Yeah, so the weakness that he wants to find out from the transformation is to make sure that nobody can exploit him from his kingdom or like his kingship. And
yeah,
you know, first step to get there, they are still on the way to, I forget the city name, the metropolitan Valeria, I don't know, that sounds like a city in
Valeria.
Yeah, that sounds close enough, I'll give it to you. And they're on the way there, and this is the next day now. So, you know, Shigeru's told Rize this, told the plan, moving along, but his first thing is they need to level up. They're not strong enough, like anywhere close to being where they need to be kings. So, except for him, yeah, but he's not trying to be the king. So, man, they just conveniently said, here's the city on the other side of this long path, and we can see all the monsters. They didn't come out of the forest or anything. They're just in the path waiting to be killed.
Very convenient, man.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I like how, like, you know, they're ready to fight, and like, you know, Seiji is just like, they're all rushing in, like, let's go, guys. And he's like, oh wait, my shoelace is untied, just you guys go on ahead. And he's just wearing boots, so there's no shoelaces.
Yeah, I was so confused why he said that, and then I was like, oh, because, you know, half a second later he's trying to hide the fact that he's the hero, the transformed hero from the girls.
Yep.
So.
And then I like how like everyone's like, oh, okay, and then we just see Seika just like fucking hauling ass, just blindly running into the mob. I'm like, oh my god. Thankfully Shigeru does it, like, you know, wind wall, so like it blocks the guys, and then we just pan over and we see Seiji like transforming. Shigeru's like providing commentary. He's like, oh my god, like he's not transforming though, he's not angry. So then you know what Seiji does? He's just like, to finish his transformation, before he does that, he's like, wait a second, I should remove my clothes because I don't want them ripping off.
I was just gonna say, Shigeru was like, hey, wait, those are expensive, dude, like, are you sure you want to do that? And then he folds them nicely and like puts them in a pile.
Yeah, and then like he can't transform, but then what he does is he uses like expired anger from way back when. He's like, "Why'd you step on my foot?" And uses that to transform.
Yeah,
He just uses bottled anger.
Shigeru was like, dude, that was so long ago. Like, what do you? I also like that this new outfit accounts for his transformation, kind of. Like, it's a weird halter top undershirt. Like, there's no back to it whatsoever.
Yeah,
And his wings come out so it doesn't rip anything. And even Shigeru was like, dude, his undershirt stayed on. Like, what is that made out of? Like, he's huge
like,
now.
what the heck? So he grows his wings and he like, this is like little like flight ready to go. He's like, ah, and just ends up running towards the mom. She was like, what the hell? Like, you may have perfect form, but like, why aren't you flying?
Yeah, why don't you use the wings? And of course, when he transforms, it's the classic, I am the hero, Aldeeeeeeaaaaaan! And like,
he just fucking
yells it
out, Aldeeeeeeaaaaaan!
And he runs down, and obviously he does his thing, kills a few goblins. He tries to like cross chop like a colossal golem.
Yeah.
And even Shigeru's like, yeah, this will be so easy now that you're the all like hero. And he just breaks his fucking hand. He doesn't do anything to the golem.
You sealed my power. What the heck?
He breaks a hand, and then he just does like kaiju number 8 punch from the air, I guess. He goes up and he does fly, and she was like, what the fuck, you could fly this whole time? Like, why did you run your ass down here? And then they said that like, oh, they squish, they got all squished, all the monsters, and they're all dead. And that was the end of the fight. And you know what, the end credits roll, but I don't know if you stuck around for the after credit.
I did. It was
Okay.
it was so cute.
Yeah, I enjoyed that after credit. Not much happened, but it was a very little talk.
Yeah, so they're just walking, like, and then Seika's like, oh man, that wandering hero Aldeeeeeeaaaan is so cool. That's exactly what Seiji wants, right? He wants the hero to be known. He's like, oh yeah, he was pretty cool, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm so upset that I missed him. He's like blushing the whole time. And they say Aldeeeeeeaaaan like I think 4 times in the span of like 20 seconds here, and every single time whoever says it has to yell it. Like, they're like, yeah, that wandering hero Aldeeeeeeaaaan. Yeah, I'm so sad that I missed Aldeeeeeeaaaan. I'm like, what? Yeah. Stop yelling.
Yeah, and then he's like, he turns around, he's like, what did you think about Aldeeeeeeaaaan, Rize? And you just hear going.
Yeah, it's good.
It's funny because like she's cringing so hard because she can't hide it. Like her special notes make her like react truthfully. So like she's just in physical pain.
She wears it on her sleeve and on her face, and she can't fucking lie about it.
Yeah, and then Shigeru's like, you know what? Maybe I should rethink about this King candidacy with Seiji.
Yeah, it might be a little bit more work than he fucking chalked it up to be.
Yeah, pretty fun episode overall, I'd say.
Yeah, and that, not too much happened, but we kind of figured out one thing, and hopefully we're in the Metropolitan, or if we're guessing right, Valeria. Next episode.
It also makes sense that Seika doesn't have like these like almighty like powers to where she can like reset someone's notes. What we were thinking about like last episode, she can only heal. That's it.
Yeah, we were wrong about what was specifically in the notes, but I did mention Orihime last episode, so I was happy that like her whole arm came back. I was like, fuck, like I thought she was gonna change the notes.
That's some Bleach level shit right there.
Yeah, but we were kind of right. We were kind of wrong. Let us know what you guys thought of the episode. Let us know. Drop a comment down below. Leave a like. And please check out all of the other series we are recapping basically every single day of the week. And we got the podcast over there too. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. And until the next time, have a wonderful time. And peace.
Peace, guys.